everybody, welcome back to the Truck Driver Sean YouTube channel. So today, it's gonna be, you hit the thumbnail so you know what I'm doing, right? I know there was no jam before because this I'm going to open up right now. Because this is a very polarizing pedal in my opinion. So, Sean Tubbs, he's a brilliant guitar player. Rev uses him for a lot of their stuff. Super nice guy. I met him at Summer NAMM the last time they had it in Nashville. I believe it was 2021? Yes, 2021. The dude is phenomenally brilliant. Super kind guy. And he was telling me a little bit about this thing getting ready to come down the pike. They've been working on it for a couple years. Now, we all know, if you know who Sean Tubbs is, he's kind of like that soulful blues, classic rock player. Super tasty. You know, like one of those things I've always wanted to see is him and Robert Baker jamming together. Because I think them two would be like, perfection. But here I am. I'm a metalhead. And I'm holding the Tilt Overdrive, which comes in your typical Rev box. A little bit bigger than normal. Because the pedal is, well, bigger than your normal Rev pedal, right? So I was at my boy Ike's place, Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado. And you never go to your buddy's shop without picking something up. I picked up this. That's right, the Tilt Overdrive. And I picked it up because I've watched a ton of videos on it, and as a metal guy, there's only two guys that really kind of did anything with metal, and nothing against those guys' content. We all have our own flavor of what we do, but they made this pedal look like shit. I'm just going to put that out there. It looked horrible. And I was like, I'm not buying that. I can't buy that. And then I started thinking, well, I don't really watch their content on the regular because I just don't like how they do things. They're boring. They don't have a personality. And their playing is just so fucking shite. It's all about trying to get the content out quick. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Gotta beat everybody. Get it out. Get it out. So what you're seeing basically is them test driving and using it wrong, which I do that all the time because I think it's fucking funny, but they're doing it and never following it up. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to unbox this right now, because I have not opened it. First thing you get a little pamphlet right here. Pamphlet time. Oh, look at that. I forget you. There's a fat guy. Snacks. That's right. Fat guys love snacks. So, let's see what this thing does. Basically, it wrote some stuff for the girls because they asked for directions and read shit. Fuck that paper. We're just going to turn some goddamn knobs. You got Sean's signature on the bag. You got rubber feet, stickers. You have a thank you card with 20% off from Rev, which, by the way, Derek and the boys at Rev, they are legit good human beings. If you're going to buy something from Rev, don't worry, man. You're buying high quality from good people. And I'm not saying that because they gave me something. I bought this with my own money at a shop. So I'm supporting two things. One, support my boy Ike at Flipside Music, Denver, Colorado, which, by the way, he has an online store. You can buy everything there. Tell him the fat man sent you. Maybe he'll give you 1% off. Because Ike is good like that. No, seriously, Ike is super fair. Buy with confidence. Him and his crew are really good. But that's what we get right there. That is a lot going on for an overdrive pedal. Now this is called a Tilt Overdrive. So you basically have your regular overdrive, which is your treble, your bass, your volume, your gain. It's same old, right? On the other side, you have a boost, and it's called a tilt boost. So you get to boost it like you normally would. And I'm going to say, because it's on this side, it's to the right of the overdrive, that it's boosting the overall drive. And then it has a tilt EQ, which kind of takes your EQ and it behaves sort of like what you think a mid shift does. Like if you have a mid EQ, it kind of does almost the polar opposite. Just does what it does. And then you have a tight switch, which you can go full tight, you can go normal, which doesn't do anything, and you can go half tight, which I'm pretty sure is the equivalent of a clean boost. So you still have kind of like a set parameter for your clean boost, and then you get the Tilt EQ boost on top of it with the actual boost. So really, it's got a ton of shit in it. So I'm going to put everything on noontime, and I'm going to put the tight in the middle, gain in the middle, volume in the middle, bass is already in the middle, and treble in the middle. We're going to hook this thing up, and today we're going to use the Rev G20 and my signature series linchpin 6-string guitar by Deviant Guitars. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to mention that every time because I'm an idiot fucking truck driver and I have a signature guitar. Like a legit signature. You can go buy it. I'm saying. I profit none for it. When I do stuff and like I'm mentioning Ike 1,000 times in this, why? Ike's my buddy and he has an awesome shop. And he literally asked me if I wanted to have an affiliate link with his business, and I said, no, I don't. I just want you to do well. Why? Because he's my buddy. Take that as a lesson. If you have a friend who details cars, don't go, hey man, will you detail my car for $50 because you're my buddy? Fuck that. Pay the man what he needs to feed his family for doing your dirty work, man. It's his business. Support your friends. Don't always go there with your hand out. It's a lesson from the fat man. Don't be a piece of shit. All right, so let's hook this up, and we'll be right back. We'll play around with some tones. And I'm not going to zoom in on the pedal because, well, I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing, and you're going to have to deal with it. So if that bothers you, if you're too woke and need to see this pedal, I'm not your guy. Piss off. But this is going to be all about the metals. Because metal has not been properly shown with this pedal. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to hook this up, and I'll be right back, like in a snap. What's going on, everybody? Now, we got this thing hooked up. Everything's at noontime. So I'm going to show you what the Rev sounds like by itself. Alright, that's G20 all by itself. Now everything is at 50%. We're going to turn the overdrive on, play a riff, and then we'll double it up with that. Alright, now we'll go through, run it dry, overdrive, and then we'll put on the tilt boost. Alright, as you can tell, she's just from that alone is pretty good. So we're going to focus on the boost side, the tilt side. We're going to tinker with that just a little bit. And then we're going to tighten it up with a tight switch. Alright, so let's play with some tilt. Alright, that's with the tilt turned up to about 2 o'clock. Now we're going to play with the tight. We're going to go half tight, then full tight. Alright, so as you can tell, she's starting to shape up pretty good. So once we get this thing going here, we should be doing pretty good. So let's put a little sauce on the boost. We're going to take that boost up to 75% and see what that does. We're getting closer. Getting closer. So we're going to take a little bit of that tilt off. We're going to go from like 2:30 to 1 o'clock. Alright, she getting there, she getting there. Alright, add a little more volume. Alright, so we're really getting to that. Damn, that's some metal shit, son, but with all things high gain. One must have a noise gate, and I didn't even set one up for this, so we're just going to have to deal with some noise. Alright, I'm going to keep tone sculpting here a little bit, and then we'll talk about it. Alright, hold on. Noise gate. Alright, let's just play some riffs we all know so you can have it in context. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Wow. That thing is stupid versatile. It's just stupid. That's the Tilt Overdrive by Rev. That's a Sean Tibbs signature series overdrive. And I gotta say, that thing is just a monstrous pedal. It's really good. And the fact that no one really got their chug down on it really is odd. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's like for a guy who plays I like oldies rock. Well, none for nothing. All this overdrive shit with metal kind of started with the blues driver. Think about that for a second, you dumb motherfuckers. Jesus. Why not try it? That's what I did. Anyhow, it's an awesome pedal. It will stay in my collection for sure. It's got so many uses, and of course, I made this amp not sound awesome on purpose to show what this pedal can do. Because sometimes the amp you have doesn't sound the way you want it to. You don't need to go buy another amp for like $1,000, $2,000. Buy yourself a $300 overdrive pedal with a boost on it, and you can fix almost any problem. Only thing you got to remember is if you're going to add that much more gain and that much of a boost into it, you might want to invest yourself into a decent 4-cable noise gate, 4-cable method. I know some people like the key and gate method's the best. We all have our own flavor. I'm not going to tell you it's not. But for me, I like the 4-cable method. It's just what I like. And right now I'm not using any noise gate because I didn't want somebody to go, well, if it wasn't gated, it wouldn't sound so awesome. Nah. Fucking internet whiny baby pieces of shit. Fuck you guys. Anyhow, very cool. Thanks again to Ike and his boys at Flipside Music for making sure that I didn't buy something else besides a Rev thing, I guess. I had like 3 things I was going to buy, and all of a sudden I saw the Tilt sitting there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get that. Just because, again, it just wasn't really represented for metal at all. Embarrassingly not, to be honest with you. So I figured, hey, what the hell, man? I might as well, let's see why. That's really what it was. I love Rev products. You know, I've got a ton of their stuff. The only thing I don't have is a big boy amp. I really want a Mark 3P. Oh, man, do I want that amp so damn bad. I just do. Man, good amps are expensive. Never find sweet-ass deals on them. Sucks. One day, I will replace my G20, and that will go back to my in-laws into the Shelly territory where it belongs, but I like having it. It works really good for these videos. It's a very transparent amp. It does things very well, and it's very good for this particular outing. You know what I mean? All right, very cool. Thanks again to Flipside Music. Gear I'm using, my Signature Series. That's right, Signature Series. I'm going to giggle every time I say that. By Deviant Guitars, it is called a Lynchpin. All right. Amp, obviously, the Rev G20. I have a Eminence Man of War mic'd up in my Monster Cab with a Sennheiser E609. That's it. Nothing else. That's all we got, man. All right. So as always, go check Rev out. You can get this thing for like $300, and it really does. It's an amazing overdrive. Don't focus on the fact that it's a Signature Series overdrive for a guy who plays like blues and 70s arena rock and stuff. I mean, the guy's a tasty as hell guitar player. You know, and I say this all the time when I'm talking about Sean Tubbs. I'd love to see him playing guitar with Robert Baker. I think them two together would just... I could listen to them two assholes play all day long. They're so good. And they're both sweetheart dudes. I just think they'd write awesome stuff because they kind of have like that groovy feel to them, you know. And let's face it, both of them are monsters on the guitar. But anyway, this is Sean Tubbs' signature overdrive. It's called the Tilt Overdrive by Rev Amplification. You can find them, obviously, revamps.com. Their pedals available everywhere. You can get it through Ike at Flipside for the same price you can get it everywhere else. No one's selling them cheaper than anybody else. It's a set price by Rev. Okay? Who knows? Maybe Ike will do something funny. Tell him the Fat Man sent you. Maybe he'll give you 1% off, which is just fucking hilarious. Yeah. He'd give you 29 cents off. That'd just be fucking funny, actually. But really, support a small business. I know you can get it from Guitar Center and you can get it from all these. It's a small business. It's Ike, and he has like 4 employees. That's it. They run that whole fucking thing themselves, and it's a mom and pop shop. It supports small businesses. I can't say that enough. If we let all the mom and pop shops go, we're going to run out of options fast. Let's put it this way. I know a lot of you do not live in Denver, Colorado, but this still holds true because I know, like myself, I lost my music shop because there wasn't enough people shopping at the local shop. They were getting it from online, and they couldn't survive, so they had to close. Now if I need strings in a hurry, that option does not exist. I have to order them. So support small businesses. You know, even if it's not in your community, help keep them alive. Because without them, one, no other small businesses will sprout up. So they'll be like, it's not worth my time. It's a bad investment. But if they can see a little guy like Ike doing awesome, they're like, you know what? We can make this work. Or maybe they'll reach out to Ike and be like, hey man, how are you making this work? Like, I'm far enough away from you, I'm not going to take your business, but how are you making it work? And I could sit down and have like a 15, 20-minute conversation of the nutty shit that rolls around in his head about how they can make it work. You know, it needs to be a community. And I'm not saying don't buy stuff from Sweetwater, don't buy stuff from Guitar Center. You know, if anything, buy stuff direct from Rev, because they're good dudes. Like, they're legit amazing people. I'll always be thankful for them, because when I started off doing this review stuff, I was absolutely nobody with like 6 videos on YouTube. And I was like, hey man, I'd like to try that G4 you guys came out with. Is there any chance I could borrow one? Do you have one rolling around the United States? Like, oh, we'll send you one to try out. I tried it out, and I don't hold no bones about it. They gave it to me. When I wanted to send it back, like, oh, just keep it. I'm like, oh, you serious? So that one's been all over the country. I've sent that everywhere, and I've sent the G3 everywhere. When I don't pay for the pedals, if someone wants to try them, I send them to them. It's just the way it works. It's a good process. It's my way of giving back. Anyhow, I've gone long-winded as shit on this, so hey, check out the Tilt Overdrive, especially if you play metal. It is awesome for metal. Literally, it's one of those things, you can turn it up, you can turn it down. I have nothing on this going crazy. It's still got a lot of room to move. So yeah, get yourself some, you know what I'm saying? Alright, later man. Keep music evil. Bring metal to the children. Don't be a dick. Subscribe to my shit. And check out Flipside Music. And furthermore, check out Rev Amps if you never have. Because if you've slept on that, you are sleeping through something important. I'm just telling you right now, they're an awesome company. Everything they do is like, I don't know, those guys shit gold up in Canada. I don't know what the hell they're up to, but this thing is amazing. And, you know, because it's his signature overdrive, we should have mentioned, go follow Sean Tubbs. I mean, especially if you like just good, tasty guitar playing. The dude is phenomenal, and he always has a really good insight on stuff, and it has nothing to do with metal, nothing to do with blues, just guitar playing as in general. He's very, very knowledgeable and very smart, and he's just one of those dudes. He's super cool and chilled out and relaxed, and he truly is a gift to the music community. Just there's a lot of people in the music community that are not that nice, and they're not that giving with their time, and you know, just doing cool things, and that guy is. All right, never met a guy that's important as him that's that humble. It was a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? All right, thanks everybody. I'll catch you later. And yeah, got a really cool pedal coming up on Thursday. We're gonna say lots of bad words. Lots and lots of bad words. And we'll have the demos of my signature models that I filmed at Deviant Guitars. Alright, very cool, man. I'll catch y'all soon later. And hey, I hate doing this because people say, but I have to. I have some TDS shirts left, extra large 2X. They're $25 shipped to your house. And I have 2 Evil Donkeys left. I have a purple one and a green one. If you want one, they're $3.25 shipped to your house. Alright, very cool. Catch y'all later. Later. Bye-bye. Toodaloo.